Come on, bitch! It's Sonic Speed!
You thought I wasn't serious, but unlike Sonic, I don't chuckle.
Here I come, rougher than the rest of them, the best of them, tougher than leather.
Knuckles has become somewhat of a meme online with his goofy portrayal in Sonic Boom. His questionable rap music in Sonic Adventure 2.
I ain't gonna let it get to me, I'm just gonna creep.
And the Knuckles activist movement. For some dumb kid that just chose Knuckles all the time in Sonic Adventure 2 to take him into the Chow Garden, I am both dumbfounded and elated. You must know the jokes, based off of Sonic 3 and Knuckles' weird run-on sentence naming conventions. Papa John's Pizza and Knuckles. Doritos Sweet Chili Heat and Knuckles. Passion of the Christ and Knuckles. As I said, you probably see it everywhere. Just like Echidnas, it's surprising that this joke has not gone extinct. But why is this, a weird obscure naming thing, even a meme? Well, way back in 1994, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 was actually meant to be both of these games, but due to time restraints, they had to slice it into two separate game carts, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Sonic and Knuckles. Except since they wanted the games to still act as one, retaining its story and their artistic integrity, Sonic and Knuckles had some weird birth deformation, where you could plug Sonic 3 and Sonic 2 into it. But hey, just remember, selling unfinished games at full price with paid DLC later was even a practice in the 90s. So what did they call these revolutionary new amalgamations of science and religion? Knuckles and Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles. Now, I don't know why this became a meme in like 2014 or whenever, but this has influenced the internet to care about Knuckles again.
I will be the one that caught your heart free true.
I remember my first encounter with Knuckles the Echidna in Sonic Adventure 2. My first Sonic game, which led me to Heroes, Adventure, and the classic Sonic games. Knuckles has seriously changed over time as a character. He first debuted in the aforementioned Sonic 3 and Knuckles, where he was a rival to Sonic of sorts. When they were going about designing him, they had a gameplay first type focus and built everything else about him around that. Essentially, if you play Knuckles in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, he could find alternative paths with his ability to break walls, glide, and climb. Also, in order for him to fit into the story, they needed to connect his interests to Sonic's. Thus, this created the Master Emerald being the granddad of the Chaos Emeralds, and also had mutual interests between Eggman, Knuckles, and Sonic. Sonic is after Eggman, Eggman is after the Master Emerald, so he has to trick Knuckles into going after Sonic. You see? It's a little love triangle. Then they shaped different things about Knuckles, such as being the sole protector of the Master Emerald on Angel Island, the main setting of the game. Put all these things together, and I guess the animal they came up with was an Echidna, though that is one random animal.
I'm hard as Knuckles, it ain't hard to chuckle. I break them down whether they Knuckles.
And when I say these are weird creatures, they don't have nips. They have pouches that secrete milk for their young. And by the way, them and the platypus are the only land mammals to lay eggs. Eggs! And in fact, when mating season comes around, tons of them, dozens of them, line up in front of the female like it's the iPhone 7 or the Wii, and they wait for her. They burrow, they dig a burrow, and wait and try and compete for her love. And did I mention the male Echidna has a 4-headed penis? Peni? You probably already knew because of the Game Grumps, but I'm still baffled at how weird. Fuck. And that's not even it. These things are weirder because I was doing research. I thought I found everything there was until I stumbled upon another video, and apparently
studies suggest that special cells in her beak are sensitive to the electromagnetic signals emitted by all living things.
Like, is that really the reason? Is that why he hunts the emeralds and he has like the little detector? Is that why he's so like,
I feel some strange energy.
So, other than that, what does Knuckles the Echidna take from Echidnas? Well, he can dig with his claws, he can hunt with his weird energy sensing powers, and he came from a race that lived since the prehistoric times. I don't know about that penis and egg laying shit, Knuckles. I don't want to know. But still, I feel like there are some gaps into why they chose an Echidna. Well, one other inspiration for his design may fit the puzzle pieces together.
Here I come, rougher than Knuckles, the best of them, tougher than Knuckles.
Probably being a product of his times, Knuckles was inspired by Rastafarian culture. No, I am not Echidna. I've been waiting for it. I've been waiting. We got t-shirts. First, take a look at his shoes and his general color scheme. They represent all the colors of the flag, and above that, Knuckles has dreadlocks. Though this may have went into choosing an Echidna because of their dreadlock-like spikes they have at the back of their heads, used as a defensive mechanism. And it is in fact hair, believe it or not. And to link it even more, Rastafarians are spiritual. Like, is it any coincidence that the Master Emerald has the power to control the other emeralds and keep the island afloat? Okay, let me extend this a little more. What does Knuckles do in the adventure games? He looks for green nuggets of magic.
Is the weed on the show real?
No.
Is it any coincidence that Knuckles is laid back, chills on a floating island for all of his days, is dopey, is spiritual? I could not think this is a coincidence. Sonic Team, I got my eyes on you.
Knuckles. Knuckles.
Anyways, that is how Knuckles originated, but how did this change over time and where is he now? Well, his inception is really the last big spike of Knuckles' activity. He became a mainstay to the Sonic series in many games too. Sonic Adventure, Adventure 2, Heroes, and a bunch of other games. And like seriously, like a switch went off and bam, Knuckles was forgotten, end of story. He became less and less interested about the Master Emerald and became sort of a jock. You know, making Knuckles this kind of character was fun ironically in older Sonic games, you know, like animations or you were just talking with friends and talking about Knuckles, but making him actually like this belittles him as a character. It's like the meme of what he once was is now all he will be remembered for. That is some deep shit, you know, that is some deep, I'm gonna write that down. Actually, you know what? I do not feel bad for Knuckles. Knuckles was a meme since his inception. He was based off an animal that's a scientific wonder. He's like based off a Rastafarian culture at that, and the creature's also based in Australia. There's just so many angles to come at with Knuckles that, oh my god, once you get into it, it's just a mess. I do not care what he becomes, I don't care if he's a jock, you know. The times of Master Emeralds, they're over.
The Master Emerald contains special powers that neutralize the energy of the Chaos Emeralds. That makes it very powerful. Oh no!
Thank you guys so much for 100,000 subscribers, you know? I see the thing ticking up every day, but once you get to that milestone, it just feels very satisfactory, and I just want to say thanks, because we did it. We made it, and we're at like the point where I am like big YouTuber status, and like the videos now are just like, I don't know, it's just a great feeling to have come so far, and I need to thank all of you. And other than that, if you have other suggestions for character-driven videos like this one, please do not be afraid to comment, and I will consider it, because I want to do a series. As you know, I do Know Your Moves, as you'll see on this screen right now, and that's a series based off the characters in Smash Brothers. However, characters are not just in Smash Brothers, there's characters everywhere, so if you want me to tackle a series that you like, then by all means, put it in the comments, and I will consider it if like gets a lot of thumbs up, or if it gets mentioned a lot. So, herd your people if you want a character, and you know, you could potentially have a chance at seeing it on the channel. Now, I'm going to focus more on Nintendo and generally stuff like that. I'm not going to do some like Call of Duty loser, but you know what I mean. So that's going to be it for me. Thank you for watching this video. I felt it came out great, and I will see you on the flip side.